$50, $60 for this packet.
This is the right to know.
This is a right to know for an alternate waste management permit, because they're now reintroducing ponds for flowback and for fresh water. So we have big ponds that are being built in this section. And they also have special pipes now for the flowback. They call it brine water, alongside the gas pipelines. And it's flow, and we'll see some of those. They're purple, and it says brine water. They're taking the flow back from site to site. They're trying to recycle as much as they can, but they have ponds also again, which they stopped using for a few years, or a couple of years. So then I also asked for all the determination letters, which means DEP determines that gas drilling is responsible for water contamination from gas drilling. Now that just came out about a month ago, so it's making the rounds. Damascus Citizens, if you're familiar with them, has it on their website. Go to their website. They put about 20 of my right to knows for the water, and I've been asking for all of them. For Bradford County, we got 40 of them. I'm asking now for other counties, and other lawyers are asking. Meanwhile, the lawyers have been fighting these cases for years. Nobody has asked for determination letters per county to get all of them, to see the bulk of what DEP right now has determined that gas drilling is responsible. Because what the pro-frackers will say, fracking has not been determined. Fracking has never been proven. Do not use the word fracking. Use the word gas drilling. Gas drilling has been proven. We have dozens and dozens of DEP letters indicating gas drilling is responsible. And that is now just being revealed. We had to wait. It's been in files, and they don't even put it on the website so that we can access it. Either you go to do a file review in Williamsport, 2.5 hours away, or you ask for a right to know, and they're mailing it to our homes with the names now and the addresses redacted. So we have some lawyers that are going to fight that also, because we would like to have transparency in the DEP. Besides, no gag orders. That's another thing that we're trying to fight, because so many people take settlements and they have gag orders, and then everything is squashed. We have a wall of silence throughout our county as well as other counties. People are hiding what is happening, just like the lady you went to at the real estate office. She said to him at Woodland Realty, over here near you, that there's nobody protesting. So I'm going to stop there later when I'm done with you guys, and I'm going to bring in my card and say that we have a whole system of people fighting.
What she actually said is we don't have much opposition to the drilling in this area.
In this area. That's why we're here, and that's why you're here, and we're opposition. And there are people who are opposed. Most people are afraid to speak because we get maligned. We get put down. We get written about in Energy in Depth, EID. It's a site for pro-frackers, and they're sponsored by the industry, paid for by the industry, so we get maligned there. Anyone that opposes the industry. So this is not an easy thing for people to do. Only a group of us are willing to be out front, and most of us are retired. We don't have jobs to try and save. We don't, and we're older. We don't have images to try and protect. So we're out there, and most of us are transplants. So we're coming from the cities and suburbia, so we have that kind of attitude where we can talk. Otherwise, the natives are mostly like reserved, laid back, allowing. They keep saying, well, there's nothing you can do. This is the way it is. We want energy independence. We'll just have to take it, and maybe we'll make some money in the process. So that's how most of the people are, a lot of them in each of the counties. That's why this can happen. And besides, our governor is a total pro-gasser. The head of DEP is a total pro-gasser. So that's how, and the previous governor was also. And then when they finish their governorship, then they go and work for the industry. So we have that kind of a situation that we're dealing with. But luckily, New York is closed. Delaware and Maryland are closed. We're doing everything we can. I do tours every week for years now. We get people from all over the world. South Africa is closed. Other countries have moratoriums and bans. And we're trying to make sure we warn everybody, is this what you want near your homes? Is this what you want near your schools? We have all the schools are leased. All school properties in our county. We have a bunch of acreage at all the school properties. One of the school districts even has 2 gas wells on the property besides pipeline. The second pipeline is going in on the school property. So the children are surrounded by gas wells. The children have to be surrounded by fracking and flaring. And when they're running out there, they're smelling the fumes from all of these structures and these processes. So they think this is okay. So people are allowing this, but there are people who are quiet and upset, but they're afraid to speak.
But
so we are the voice.
Are okay with it it because they really do think it's temporary. It's a temporary inconvenience.
That's a lot of them think it's a temporary inconvenience, and they have no idea what's involved. Like, they have no idea. This family that allowed 371 feet from their home have no idea what they're being exposed to.
One well. This is
just one well.
One
Yeah.
well so far.
Yeah.
Right.
They just released information for a second one that they're about to submit a permit application for.
In the same location?
Same
Or-
location.
There will be no less than 6 per well pad for Southwestern, and they've already been permitting like up to 10 on some of their pads. So they come back. This is going to go on for years.
Right, for years. And you can hear
Yeah.
the noise. It's a constant noise that we have to deal with.
Yeah.
And it's one well site after another that gets completed. So as soon as one is done, then they'll be going on another one. And then the noise again, the dust, the trucks. This is a continuing process now for years. And we're only about 25% developed. So this is what we're going through. And most of us have no idea what would be involved.
Right.
We didn't even know there were pipelines and compressor stations in the beginning. They never told anybody.
Right.
They just told them one piece of metal in the ground
Yeah.
for a well, and that's all you'll see, and nothing else will be seen. And so everybody said, well, that doesn't sound so bad, and they didn't know anything about the infrastructure.
Yep.
Now we're finding out. And
Yep.
how to get rid of them. So hopefully New Jersey keeps them out. I don't know if New Jersey can be fracked. New Jersey maybe can have pipelines and waste products.
There's shale. There's shale in
shale in
the
New
northeast.
Jersey.
There's Utica shale.
Oh, there is
They
Utica
keep on
shale.
identifying these new
Yeah, there's
shale
always
basins.
new shales. Yeah, they keep
There's
coming
the
up with new
Newark
shale.
Basin goes all through the middle of Jersey. It's huge.
So that means you can be fracked.
And then there's a Delaware Basin. There's a Delaware, not just the river basin, but the shale under the basin. There was just a recent report about that on the
Right, so that
from
means
the
you can be fracked.
USGS.
So the thing is, New Jersey can, and so can all these other states. Well, we might as well come in if you want, guys.
Okay.
We'll come in, and then can you go on here? She's going to interview. I mean,
I just want to catch your voice. I don't
Catch
have
the
to
voice.
film you.
yeah, if you don't want to be filmed, but get the.
I
get
just
the,
want to. I want to get the
I
information.
should suck some helium first because my voice is horrible.
I know it isn't. It's this normal voice. It's a normal person, human voice. But anyway, this way they can get commentary, and they're making a record of commentary. So
We know. I know
So-
everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
2 different types. There's
Yeah.
4 different types for the type of waste, and then there's 3 choices that they could. One of 3 choices
Can
they
I
check
take her
off
out?
for how they're going to dispose of that particular type.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a land application? They're going to bury it on site.
Yeah.
Can Maddie
Is it-
go out or?
Yeah,
Here.
she can. Is it an evaporative pit
Yes.
for the liquid waste or the
Yep.
or the mud, or is it going to be trucked off site? So there's 3 different methods for 4 different types of waste
Yes.
for every permit of this type, and there's tons of them. So I did a right to know because there's a 2-page application form from
Yeah.
the DEP
Yep.
that would tell you
Yeah.
answer those 2 questions
Yes.
for every one of these, but they're not required to fill out the form. What they do is they submit